This time, an ultra-thin watch, and it's titanium. It might be the most comfortable watch you can buy, and it's undeniably handsome, but was trimming every conceivable fraction of a millimeter a smart idea? I reveal problems I encountered, including what I believe may be a design flaw that may explain many different complaints I've read in buyers' reviews, and how I fixed it. This is the Skagen Melbye Minimalist Danish design. Mine is several years old, yet has a prized place in my collection. So let's begin with where it scores big. Someone's got to tell you, and it won't be Skagen. Skagen suck at selling watches, in my opinion. They tell you it's titanium, they show you it's slim. And of course that raises two immediate questions to which I could find no answer on their website at the time of making the video. First, what is the case thickness? Let's find out, since Skagen's sales prevention team don't appear to say this on their website. I get 8.1 millimeters, measured from case back to crystal. That's impressive. It's thinner than the tiny Casio F91W. The case diameter is 40 millimeters, and the distance across here best represents a lug-to-lug measurement, though the unique strap fixing doesn't actually have conventional case lugs. 46 millimeters. The strap is secured with screws. And take a second to admire the case design. Someone took pride in making the back of the watch look fantastic too. The side profile is stunning with this streamlined silhouette. The bezel is polished and has 6 distinct scalloped cutouts. It settles into a sleek, low-profile stance on the wrist, balancing industrial precision with refined minimalist aesthetics. I like it. So it's slim, and with a regular size footprint of 40 millimeters, it should appeal to the widest audience. Now, most other 40 millimeter diameter metal watches on a bracelet weigh around 150 grams, depending on how the bracelet is sized, which begs the second question. How much does it weigh? What's the point of making a titanium watch and not shouting about the main benefit of the material? So I'm going to weigh it on the mesh strap. These will all weigh the same because there are no removable bracelet links. Instead, you size the bracelet by sliding this keeper to any position you prefer, which means incredibly precise sizing. No one has a good excuse to claim anything other than a perfect fit. A wide strap adds even more comfort. It's about 27 millimeters here, tapering to 22 millimeters. So not only is the watch flat, but the little weight it does have is distributed over a wide strap, making it feel even lighter than this. I get just 76 grams, literally half the weight of an average stainless steel 40mm diameter watch. Only resting your wrist on a tiny heated velvet cushion could be more comfortable. Skagen's marketing team should be making noise about the low weight and slim profile. Instead, they seem excited to promote the merit of the humble rectangle that they cut into the dial. This made me chuckle. From their website, a unique rectangular display shows the day and date. What the heck is a unique rectangle? A triangle? Anyway, I'd grab this on Amazon if I were to buy again. I'd guess that's where you've seen it too. I'll link to the exact product listing below. That's an affiliate link, and I earn from qualifying purchases if you use it. My usual disclosure. But slow down, you need to know some problems I ran into with this watch. I experienced the time stopping frequently, which was not resolved with a battery change, but it's powered by the extremely dependable Miyota Super GM00. Oh, pretty. And anyone that tinkers with watch building knows that the chances of the quartz Miyota failing are roughly equivalent to Liam Neeson just letting go when someone takes his daughter. Taking a movement out of the case like this and this confirmed my suspicion that the movement is fine, and now happily ticking away, I suspect making the case this slim is not without difficulty. Here's what my problem was, which I think might also explain some of the online reviews I read of buyers reporting a slow watch, a stopped watch, or receiving a new watch that they think has a dead battery. Based on what I found with my own watch, it could be that the seconds hand is fouling the crystal, causing the watch to stop or intermittently stop. At least that was my problem. You see this inner ring that the indices sit on? Well, on my watch, this was located too close to the crystal, and that's a problem because this disc seems to determine the vertical positioning of the movement assembly that rests against it. So on my watch, the seconds hand was touching the crystal, preventing the movement from working. I believe this was caused on my watch by the disc getting pushed forward when the case back is seated. I fixed my watch by removing the crystal, which allowed access to use my crystal press to apply uniform pressure to push that disc a fraction of a millimeter deeper into the case. Then, before reassembly, I examined this plastic spacer and reduced its height also by a fraction of a millimeter by careful sanding. Now when I press the case back into position, it does not force the whole assembly forward. Basically, I made more clearance between the hands and the crystal. Now the watch runs perfectly. Remember, my watch is old. It's possible if there were issues, they may have already been resolved, so it's always worth checking the most recent reviews. I see hundreds of customer reviews for the Melbye on Amazon. The Miyota is a 10.5 lean movement, just 2.71 millimeters thick, which calls for a very small silver oxide battery, a Renata 364 or equivalent. Here's one next to a more common 377 button cell. Tiny, so you might expect around 3 years of battery life. You can extend that if you're putting the watch into storage. Just pull the crown to position 2. This cuts the battery consumption by about 2/3. This is how the watch looks on, for your reference, my 7-inch wrist. The strap fixing is unique, so I doubt you will find any aftermarket straps for the Melbye, but the watch is supplied with a gorgeous, very high quality mesh strap that I have never wanted to swap. The mesh is too close to catch any of my arm hair, and it's very detailed. See how it's kind of pinched along the sides for a more interesting profile. And see how there's a couple of inches of adjustment remaining on the strap for those with larger wrists or smaller. It makes a safe bet if you're buying it as a gift for another.